Hey guys, Argent Wyvern here, and if you've read the title right, you know we're talking about Call of Duty World War II. This video is completely different from my typical live streaming game because today I actually put together my thoughts and how I feel everything is going to happen in the upcoming Call of Duty game. I put together my predictions for Call of Duty World War II's take on zombies. Just keep in mind though that what I say is not fact and I'm just trying to give my predictions. And everything I say tries to aim towards Sledgehammer's talk about trying to make zombies more realistic. So if you think any of my ideas are dumb or anything like that, I'm fully aware. However, I'm just trying to see how realistic they could make it, and it's possible that some of these ideas could be real. To start it off though, we're going to be talking about perks within zombies. Now they confirmed that perks will be back, but before we can make a prediction, we have to look at Advanced Warfare and see what they can do to change or alter what they've made in their other zombies game. Perks have been around since almost the start of Call of Duty, and if Sledgehammer got rid of perks, it would be both innovative, but make the game 10 times harder. But in AW, perks are add-ons to your exosuit, and seeing how exosuits aren't in World War II, it's safe to say that neither are those add-ons. And perk bottles are too Treyarch zombies to be in World War II, so I don't think we'll be seeing those bottles anytime soon. But it is possible that what they could do to give the player those perks without copying or pasting from a different game is by using medical syringes that gives the player those abilities that the certain perks would, such as Juggernaut or Quick Revive. This would be a great idea as well as an innovative idea because it keeps the game in that state of darkness and gives that creepy vibe. Wall buys. They were shown at Comic-Con this year they didn't really try showing it off, but at the same time it was kind of given away when you watched the videos that they showed in it. And they looked very similar to Advanced Warfare's wall buy system, except for the hologram. And if they went with that and they were trying to make the game look a little bit more realistic, it would be, the way they could do that is if one person buys the gun, then the gun gets out of the wall, meaning that that gun is now gone. But then that only mean that one person would be able to get that gun. So maybe if they wanted to make it fair so everyone could have the same gun, they could put 4 guns in that same box, and then every time a player buys the gun, it goes away. So let's say if one person buys the gun, now you have 3 guns in the case, and you have the player holding the gun. But then obviously the next thing would be, now what happens if someone gets rid of that gun? Now the very simple thing is the gun goes back in the case, and that way it makes it fair so everyone has the chance to get the same gun, and it makes it look very realistic in a sense. So who knows, maybe that's something that we could be seeing in the next Call of Duty. I mean, if you guys haven't watched any Call of Duty like news or anything like that, then this will be new for you guys. Points have been confirmed to be changed to energy, which is not the traditional point system, which leaves the community with more questions. Will energy work the same way as points, or will more energy give the player more power, which could be used to open up more expensive items, but you don't lose your energy, such as, let's say you have 50 energy, and you have 2 doors in a row that are 50, instead of buying 1 door and losing all your energy, you are able to buy those 2 doors that are 50 energy. But if that's not the case, and you're still using energy and it doesn't work like points, then will the entire map be open, which gets rid of the players having to open up the doors to get around the map? Or will doors just be opened up during certain rounds? So if you hit round 5, then a new section of the map opens up. It's nice to know that they do have new ideas for COD World War II, because it just leaves the community with more and more questions. Now we're going to move on to buildables. Buildables have been confirmed in COD World War II Zombies, and buildables have played a big role in the game since Black Ops 2. For example, in Black Ops 2, when they introduced buildings, like buildable items, the shield played a big role in how people survived. With that thing on your back, you were able to only worry about the zombies in front of you, and even when you were able to place it on the ground, which made it so it made it so it was harder for the zombies to get to you, which was very, creative. But something that people are controversing over is whether or not wonder weapons will be buildable. In my opinion, I don't see how the characters, if none of them are really engineers, how would it make sense if they were all of a sudden being able to build something as crazy as a Wonder Waff? Now, obviously, it's still possible that they could find the parts and they could build it and whatnot, but it's just, if they're trying to go with that realistic state, it wouldn't make that much sense. But it is also possible for wonder weapons to be coming straight out of the box. But since we're talking about the box at this point, we might as well go and talk about how the box will probably still just be a box, which I personally don't have a problem with, and I can see a bunch of people not having a problem with this, because it's very hard to try and change the box to look something more World War II modern. But Gobblegums and or Fate and Fortune cards, whichever one you want to call them, they will not be returning, which gives the game a real challenge. So if you guys were worried about Gobblegums or something like that ruining the game, ruining the experience, you don't have to worry about those. Now let's get into the most important thing that a bunch of Call of Duty zombie YouTubers, or just anyone who's a big Easter egg hunter, is going to be worrying about, the Easter egg itself. Now, we know that the characters have at least 2 art thieves in it, and in World War II, the Nazis were known for stealing artwork. This gives the game a little bit more to work with, because if they're working with history, they can use history to their, Easter eggs, which gives so much more to it. It's possible that the Easter eggs could revolve around art, and you'll have to interact with art pieces, and you'll have to know some sort of you'll have to have some sort of knowledge about art to go through these Easter eggs. But it is also possible that the main Easter egg itself could be focused around Marie Fisher trying to get to her brother to find out more about the secrets of the German forces. Now, if you guys thought that this video was nice, if you thought it was new, leave a like down. Let me know what you guys thought about this video. And if you want to see more World War II posts when the game actually comes out, and when, just even before that, with new information, stuff like that, just leave a like down, and I'll see you guys in the next one.